Out of the Blue, proudly brought to you by San Remo. Another surprise!
Out of the blue.
You want that with fries?
Out of the blue. Come with me across the sea. On another view. We're gonna cook for you.
Nothing but blue skies.
Out of the blue.
You want some chilli with those fries?
Out of the blue.
Hi, and welcome to another episode of Out of the Blue. Well, today we're down in the Cape Jervis area, and we're going to discover what that has to offer for us.
And we're going fishing to catch the elusive sweet, one of the most tastiest fish in the ocean. If we catch 2, 3 or 4, we're going to make Thai fish cakes. In today's episode, we travel around Fleurieu Peninsula to Cape Jervis and Normanville, just a short trip from Adelaide. When you head over to Kangaroo Island on the ferry, you've probably noticed a lighthouse perched on the point. Lillian, a local historian, tells us a bit about its history.
It was built 150 years ago and it was about 23 feet high, the tower, with a wick burning fixed kerosene light. The light keepers had to pump the pressure up to keep the light burning about every 3 or 4 hours at night. There were 2 cottages as well for the light keepers, and in 1910 the light was changed to an incandescent kerosene light, and that was 3,000 candela. I guess it's 3,000 candles burning at once. In 1927 it was changed to an automatic gas light. Then the keepers didn't have a job.
The new lighthouse was built in 1972 and it's a whopping 41,000 candela. Its modern design has divided opinions, but one thing is for sure, it certainly stands out. After the break, we go fishing.
Hello. Hello. We've never done so well.
This is South Australia at its best.
It is.
You don't have to spend a lot of money. You don't have to go to the ends of the earth to see spectacular views like this. You simply just get in your car, drive down to the Fleurieu.
An hour and a half wait and you're here.
You are.
We've been going for 26 years now, so we've seen the good days and we've seen plenty of bad days. Anything can happen, it's fishing. Some days we get them, some days we don't. We'll always try our hardest.
So, Michael, where are we heading?
We're crossing from Cape Jervis over to Willoughby. Yep, absolutely, about a 45-minute crossing. Going to sea with an expert charter boat fisher always makes us feel more confident about catching fish. It's their knowledge of the secret spots that yield results.
The sweet like the rougher areas, the turbulence in the water, the big rocks, the reefs, and you'll find them anywhere along the coast. But Cape Willoughby here is a lot of tide, and they just seem to like the bombies and that here.
So Gary, this is the rig you got for the
Yeah, we
sweet.
just use a standard Paternoster rig, same as what we would on whiting.
Oh yeah.
Only difference with sweet, you let your line down about halfway to the bottom.
What sort of bait?
No, we just use cockles and squid.
Yeah.
Generally sweep or scavengers, they'll take most
Well,
baits.
shall I have a go?
There's days when you can't come round here, it's too rough. So it's not an overly fished area. They're not a hard fish to catch, although these guys are struggling. I was pre-warned I was going to be up against it with the quality of fishermen I had. But they're a good fighter. Like, pound for pound, they fight really well. They're quite a round, beamy fish, like a trevally. So they do fight really well on light gear. They're a bit of a darker textured meat. They're quite meaty, not many bones.
Sweet.
That's a sweet, only a little fella, but he's sweet.
He's a sweet.
Sweet.
Legal size, Gary?
He'd be legal, yeah. 24 is the legal length.
Terrific.
We'll hope to get some bigger ones than that.
Yep.
That's a better one.
That's a better one.
Whoops.
What happened there?
That's about your average size sweet. We call them a dinner plate. So you'll get a good fillet off him.
Now, my sweet was so big, the rod snapped. I've never had that happen before, actually.
I have got more, but I will run out if you keep doing that. The last couple of years we've chased the tuna. We've had the tuna turn up again. We didn't see them for a long time. Around autumn, winter time, it becomes King George whiting on Kangaroo Island.
You want to go that one?
But different people want different species, and we do get groups that want to chase sweet. So yeah, we'll chase the sweet and the rock cod. Whatever people want, we'll cater for everybody.
It's addictive once you start catching fish. So on our way back, good old Gary rigged us up to do some drift fishing. Oh, nice. Oh, I got one too. Oh, nice fish.
Now this is a salmon trout and I've caught it on the lure. Look at it, it's a beautiful fish, isn't it? Absolutely superb. There's everything out here. They're jumping in the boat, in fact. But there you are. Close up. Another one.
Hello. Hello. We've never done so well. One more. There we are. Oh,
Oh, look at
beautiful
that.
size.
Beautiful.
Beautiful eating fish. 1, 2, 3, 9, 10, 11, 12, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Well done.
Thank you very much, Gary. That's the best we've ever done.
It's amazing.
Congratulations.
Well done. Have you ever had rock stars like us sort of catch so many fish or what?
No.
I'm glad you said
They're
that.
a really difficult fish to catch.
Thank you, Gary. Thank
Thank
you.
you, old partner. You did well.
No, we did good. Mike, Mickey and I have been out fishing. We're bagged out on sweet. Tell us something about them.
Well, they're actually a really common species that recreational fishers catch. They're a planktivorous fish, which means that they eat little plankton, so they thrive on eggs and larvae and small fish, and they hang around in big schools on reefs. So if you ever want to go and catch a sweep, you go and find a reef, it's pretty productive, and use the right bait and you'll catch a few. They grow really quickly when they're young, so they accelerate through that growth phase. And around 2 to 3 years of age, they start to reproduce around the winter time. And then once they get to that reproductive age, their growth sort of slows off. But they can get quite old. Some of these fish can be 15 years or older. Delicious fish. You get a really nice fillet out of them. The fillet's about the size of a piece of schnitzel. So I reckon what you could do is sweep the schnitzel off your plate and put on the fillet, and we have the same dish, but we've got a new fish.
Coming up after the break, we cook up some Thai fish cakes using the fabulous tasting sweet. Not far from Cape Jervis is Normanville, another wonderful beachside town in South Australia. It boasts a magnificent coastline with cafes and places to eat on the foreshore. What a great place to stop and cook our Thai fish cakes. Never trust a skinny chef, I was told, or cook.
You would have no
Oh,
trouble.
no chance at all.
You could tell the biggest porkies ever and people would believe you.
Absolutely.
Now, what have you got for us?
We have got a sweep that we're going to make into Thai fish cakes.
no.
The fish has been skinned, boned and chopped. Now, with that, Mickey, could you please add the ginger? I reckon a good tablespoon. We've got more than a half a kilo of fish.
One?
Yeah, a bit more.
A bit more, I reckon. And
Yep, and some coriander.
coriander there.
Yep, I would say use it all.
Yeah, all
Yep.
right, good.
And all the spring onions.
Spring onions.
Yes.
And the cafe lime
Did you
leaves.
like that? All that came from my
know,
garden.
I'm really proud of
A
you.
very close friend of mine is my horticulturalist consultant. Now, Mickey, can you also put in one good tablespoon, if not more?
what?
No, chili jam.
There we are.
When you've got so many ingredients, you use a plain oil, and I love using bran oil. It's got a high viscosity. And Mickey, I will put in some of the egg.
Some of the egg. Just
That
there.
should do it, yeah.
Beautiful, okay.
You get a bit of a mixture.
Yeah, a mix.
Because then I've got to form it with my hands into patties.
Okay.
I would put in pepper. I wouldn't put any salt because there's a lot of flavour in the chili jam.
Right.
How about if I put some flour?
Plain, we're talking plain?
Yeah, we're talking plain flour. Just to get it so it binds together. If you could bring me that plate,
Plate.
I'll roll them.
Pre-floured.
Yep.
There. Do you want me to do that?
Yeah, there we go. Look,
Yeah, beautiful.
okay, if you can keep doing
do
them,
that.
I'll put them in. I'll take out
Why don't
the-
we do them and then
put them all
put
in.
them all in together?
Yeah, okay. You
I don't want to tell you what to do, but I'm wearing the hat today.
I know. He wants to graduate from chef school. I reckon if we can do another couple, And just
You know,
gently
a
pat
sort
them
of a
down. to flatten 'em?
cylindrical shape.
Yeah, okay,
Yeah.
okay. You're doing well. And there's a little bit of wind, so we'll put the lid on. Okay, Mickey, look, you just need enough oil so they can basically half submerged.
Now, Michael, they came up looking rather good.
That did. How long did it take to make?
Oh, about 2 hours? No.
Absolutely.
No.
Oh, there you are.
No.
Mickey, cheers.
This is it. Here's cheers.
Bon appetit.
Oh. Huh? I'm going to my caravan now.
See ya.
Yeah.
Give these a try. Thai fish cakes with chilli jam.
Now, I know many of us have travelled down to the south coast and gone through a beautiful little township called Normanville. Well, on the way from Normanville down further to Cape Jervis, there are a row of beautiful Norfolk Island pines. But if you stop and come into Normanville itself, you'll find a wonderful avenue of ficus. And to tell us all about it is local historian Sue. Sue, how did this all come to be?
They were begun planting in May 1914. It's a combination of Moreton Bay figs and the Port Jackson fig and small leaf figure. And the story was that a local entrepreneur, Mr. R.B. Clark, he was a veteran of the Boer War. He wanted to encourage the local youth to volunteer. And he said for every local boy who signs up, he'll plant a tree. And those trees were planted along Main Street to start with, and they continued down Jetty Road, and each one on the tree guard had that soldier's name. But later, Garnet Kelly, who was one of the local people who signed up for the war, and he was killed in France. Now, he was from Anacatilla Station. They were a fairly well-to-do family, and in his will there was a bequest of £100 to be invested to spend on planting trees in public spaces and along roadsides in the district. And that's where your Norfolk Island pines along Lady Bay came from.
What a wonderful story. So, Sue, this is part of a tree trail that you and your volunteers down here at Normanville and the adjoining areas have put together.
In 2015, for the Fleurieu Festival, a short tree trail was done by a small committee of people, and we've extended it. So now we've got trees from Maiponga to the Cape. There's 22 different places along there, and they're trees of significance. They're places to visit, like the Jones Museum on the timber industry here, and all the way down to Deep Creek with our beautiful stringy bark forest down there.
Sue, it's a wonderful story and a wonderful community activity.
Yes.
You're a treasure too, you know that.
Makes two of us.
After the break, Adam cooked up a favourite pasta recipe. Will I be allowed to drive the Mazda, Mickey, one day?
One day. What
day.
I'd really like you to do on this trip is in the Mazda, the BT50, thanks to Paradise Motors, is to just watch and learn. But because the car's so good,
Yes.
anyone can drive it.
And I think it's time to come that I can graduate
Well,
and drive it myself.
Yeah.
Ah.
He's got something.
That's a very small mullet. You get that one? Good boy. He's alive.
Mickey, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. That's the graduation class of 1960 plus from Finton High School, and they're all here on the beach catching fish.
and they've all got their special baits and burleys. I mean, you know, really, you try and get the secret out of that burley. They won't tell you. You know, a little bit of oil, Vegemite, dog pellets, but they get them, don't they?
They do, and a glass of champagne to go with it.
Good morning. Vicky Pope. I'm from Nuriupa, and we come down here every Easter, and every time we get down here, it's 30 good-sized mullet, and got one, but it's not a very big one. This little one's going to have to go back. Too small. We have secret bait. We're not going to tell you what that's about. Normally a lot bigger than these. Where's my fella that takes them off the hook?
I'm the official baiter for the girls. They don't like the smell of tuna oil in the bait. Occasionally they let me have the odd throw out occasionally. But in between baiting up, throwing out, taking the fish off the hooks, I haven't got much time to fish myself, so I do what I have to do. Thank you.
What a wonderful, relaxing pastime. You look forward to your holiday break, rod, reel, pretty inexpensive to put together.
I used to go fishing a lot with my father when I was young, and he used to always get seasick, so he didn't like being on the boats with fishing trips, but getting up early in the morning has been a thing we've done all our life as a family, and best time of the day, 5 o'clock in the morning, get down here before the tide goes out again.
Now, Adam, I'm just looking, what are your recipes supposed to be? Simple, but this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 12 ingredients.
Well, it's sometimes, you know. I think one every now and then, Mike, is all right, do you know what I mean?
It is called pumpkin and rosemary pasta.
Large.
With 85 ingredients.
No. Michael, we're using the large San Remo spirals here. They take a good 10 minutes to cook, so we need to get them first into the salted water. Good splash of olive oil to start, Michael.
Very good indeed.
We've got some rosemary here chopped and a garlic clove. 1 small brown onion just finely sliced up there. Okay, into the pan. Get our pan up a little bit hotter now. Now, with onions, the longer you cook them, the more sweeter they get. Okay, so we need to cook this for a good 3-4 minutes.
Okay.
What I do too, Michael, is help collapse the onions. There's a good pinch of salt. Good. Now, the pumpkin. 1 small little button-up pumpkin. I've just removed the skin and given that, just shredded. Yeah, grated. In goes the pumpkin. We sweat that down for around 3 to 4 minutes. What I am going to do, Michael, is use a bit of our pasta water just to help cooking process. Okay, like so. Plus a splash, I think it's about 2/3 of a cup of chicken stock onto boost, nice high heat. Lid on. We need to let that just cook down nice and quickly.
Now, Adam, that's ready for the pasta.
It is. Have a look at that. Look how it's cooked down.
Sticking up.
Yeah. There's our spirals, Mick. Look at that. In they go. Now, I'm just going to turn the heat off. I need you to throw in that butter for me. Just a little knob of butter. Yep. Just softly, gently just mix that through. All right. Look, the beautiful pumpkin has just started to wilt down. In with some parmesan, good amount. All right. Sour cream.
Yes. You could turn that into a bake very easily, couldn't you?
Fold in some mozzarella, some bocconcini.
Yes.
Place it into a bake, into the oven, 250 degrees for 5-10 minutes. Boom. You're done.
More cheese.
Yeah, it needs the cheese. It really does.
That would be a lovely Sunday night dish, wouldn't it?
100%.
Delightful.
Then I should crack pepper over the top.
Well done. Well done. That is, seriously, I've not cooked with the big spirals. I certainly will. And such a simple dish using a very important veggie a lot of people don't eat. That's pumpkin. Well done. Well, that's our program for today. I do hope you've enjoyed it. Did you enjoy it?
I love it. Did you like tasting those fish cakes?
Fish cakes are wonderful. But look, more of Out of the Blue to come. But until then, take care, and I hope you catch more fish than what we do.
See ya. This boy comes from life-saving royalty. Could you imagine him in Buggy Smugness?
Get out, swim between the flags.
Well, that's our program for today.
Back again.
Fresh, all the wind's gonna get blocked over.
Out of the Blue, proudly brought to you by San Remo.